All right, and we're off. Oh boy, check the disclaimer in the description box for almost one last time.
It's the penultimate episode.
The penultimate episode.
And if you're a fan of HBO shows, that's usually when the crazy thing happens.
Yeah.
The last episode of the season is like, okay,
bit of
they're
a
just
snooze.
kind of, but
yeah.
in this penultimate,
Yeah. I've got the ultimate pen right here in my hand. I'll tell you. Does it even write?
really,
Wow, this whole time we've been on this set and this pen doesn't even write. I should watch my language in the first 30 seconds of the YouTube video. We got to make sure that the damn algorithm doesn't spank us one last time.
I will say though, I am pulling every string I can, calling in any favor I can. I am trying to get Kate McKinnon dressed as Hillary Clinton to come sing Hallelujah to open the last show. And I don't want to tease it if it's not going to happen, but I have gotten there's some interest, I will say. And God, will I be pissed if I've got a piano already. The thing's just sitting in my apartment, taking up so much room.
Well, you guys got to tune in next week because it is going to be a star-studded episode. Barack Obama is going to be there. Bruce Springsteen's going to be there. Arnold Schwarzenegger will be there.
Kate McKinnon is a maybe.
Kate McKinnon is a maybe. Robert De Niro.
And his new baby.
You name
Al
it.
Pacino's new baby will be here as well.
We will also be breaking all the rules. We'll be playing copyright-protected music so that we just
the episode just doesn't come out.
Yeah, we just get red flags all left and right.
No, but it's going to be a fun one. We're going to be recreating every sketch they did after Hillary Clinton lost on SNL. And,
Yeah.
It's going to be an exact.
It's going to be a 12-hour live marathon. It won't be, but it will be special. And to answer some of your questions, for those of you on the TMG app, huge shout out to you folks. The episodes will live on in perpetuity on there, so you can continue to get it there and enjoy it and cry.
We also will not be we won't be called Trillionaire Mindset.
The new show that we have, we are still working on that, but what I can tell you is that it will be 100% nude, and it's going to be the first of its kind, but we are obviously going to be still from just the waist up, so you won't be seeing penis and balls unless we have to get up for any reason to go to the bathroom and whatnot, and even then we can't guarantee that we won't edit it out. We might not. It just depends on how we're feeling.
Why don't you tune in and we'll tell you?
Yeah, why don't you tune in and we'll tell you.
Here's what's happening.
Because people want to know, obviously.
We will be leaving the studio.
Follow us on our socials.
And you guys will
for
be
where that'll be.
First to know about all that.
Because we are going to be dropping it.
Yeah. So,
but it'll be under a new name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's get to what you really came here for, all right?
Kate McKinnon at a piano.
Welcome back to Monkey at the Beat Man. Kramer, when I get done with you. Yeah. Are you ready for a Trillionaire mindset? Fill me up, Arrow. Bitcoin solves this. Bitcoin
100,000. No, it's been a huge week for Apple and Apple fanboys. God, I can't imagine having... Apple fanboys have been around since the 90s.
Yeah.
I can't... I mean, I get it also. Like, how thrilling must that have been to be a fucking Apple fanboy? Not only are you getting to make millions and millions of dollars being a shareholder, because obviously if you're an Apple fanboy, you're invested in the company personally. But then you get to watch...
But that was probably way cooler than it is... Any of the fanboys who came in the 2000s and whatever, it's like you're excited over a phone.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah.
These guys were
when
like,
you're a multimillionaire.
This was so niche, and they were like early on the PC stuff. Wild.
Yeah. Family.
Imagine trying to tell people you're excited about
a phone.
Apple back in the 90s.
I think that tracks because back then they were reinventing the personal computer with the colorful Macs.
Dork.
I do agree. It is dorky. It is what man. I remember I used to get excited. The Sunday newspaper, and I would look at the color ad. They would put in an ad circular, and I would get so excited looking at Circuit City and Best Buy to just see how much more powerful computers got that week. Because it was like, whoa, this one's up to 900 megahertz. Yeah, and then, oh my God, they've cracked the 1 gigahertz mark.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, 12 megabytes of RAM. Or however much it was. And now look at me.
Not beating the neurodivergent allegations.
Now they don't even tell you how many gigahertz. Do they even measure it in gigahertz anymore?
Yeah.
Processing power? What are they up to? Like 1 million?
I want to say it's in the high 5s or 6s.
Wow, that's it?
What's
Pathetic.
that do for you? Nothing?
That fucking doesn't even get my blood flowing, if you know what I mean. My
Well, you
penis
pointed
is
at it,
fully
so
asleep.
I did.
Yeah. Nothing's going on. Anyway, WWDC, which is the Worldwide Developer Conference for Apple.
Which they call Dub. Again,
They do?
Dorks. Yep.
They call it that? Fucking God, we need to bring wedgies back.
We tried
need
to get,
them.
We tried to get press passes just so we could beat people up, but they wouldn't give them to us.
Yeah, I know. Well, when you put under the memo for kicking ass, they tend to be like, no, these guys are probably terrorists.
Well, we put kicking ass, but then in parentheses, like, we mean it.
You know who I wanted to, whose ass I'd love to kick is that Craig Federighi. We'll talk about him in a minute, but
What'd you call me?
I didn't call you anything. WWDC, you got to watch it, folks, because it is. I don't think dystopian is the right word, but it feels dystopian.
I didn't feel that way at all.
Really? For me, it feels.
I mean, I've watched them, periodically since the iPhone came out, basically.
They feel blissfully unaware of the world around them.
In what sense?
In Apple world, in these presentations, Tim Cook comes out and he's like, I've got exciting news for every Apple fan. We're going to be announcing all kinds of exciting products.
But oftentimes they do.
Of course, but it just feels so insular. It feels like
it is very insular, and I think that's on purpose, right? Like, I mean, we're going to get to it, but the reason why a lot of these things are a big deal, and the reason, like, something like the Vision Pro Quest is a big deal is because of this.
It's not called the Vision Pro Quest.
What? Yeah, Jesus Christ. Why did I say Vision? I wanted to say
Pro.
Vision Quest, that fucking 80s movie with the wrestler. Whatever.
He's off in his own world, folks.
But why the Vision Pro works is because of this, like, ecosystem that Apple's built.
Yes, and they have, it's
a whole world with all these devices that talk to each other and this seamless little ecosystem they've built.
I'm going to bastardize the phrase, but it feels very uncanny valley to me. It just feels like something's off. I'm watching this and I feel like there's some hidden agenda or like I'm being lied to by the government.
It's a goofy corporate video.
Yeah. I guess that's it. It's just a goofy corporate video.
The whole thing with these like corporate things, you're supposed to get excited about things that you don't really care about.
Right. One thing that I just right off the bat that I found very, very funny is all of their, because they kicked it off, I believe, with the Mac, the MacBook Air.
Well, so let's talk about all the. So yeah, they have the 15-inch MacBook Air. There's like a Mac Studio update. Mm-hmm. Who gives a shit? And then there's
the Mac Studios. It's tight. It's like
$7,000. I know, it's so expensive. It's just like not for. And then there's a whole bunch of new updates to iOS.
Right.
And then iPad iOS, and then getting into gaming, and then they finally got into the Vision Pro.
The Vision Pro Quest.
Right.
But what I found really funny,
Quest.
they kept on trashing Intel. They kept comparing the new thing to the Intel-based Macs and the Intel-based MacBook Air and the Intel-based
right, because
iPad.
they've switched to the M chips.
They've switched to their own chips. And it's just, if I'm an Intel guy, I'm sitting there just like, oh, God, stop saying how bad our shit is compared to how awesome it is now.
Well, I don't think anyone was thinking about Intel. I think they were more thinking about fucking Zuck pulling his hair out, going, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. So,
just going, oh, wait, they're not going to use Nintendo Mii's. Fuck. Why didn't I think of that?
We got to play just real fast. So Craig Federighi is this guy. He's like a senior. He's one of the senior most engineers at Apple, and he's usually the dude who's leading these. He's like the host of these things. But I got a clip that I got to play of this dude because he's really something. All right, so here he comes. Watch this. Nothing can prepare you for this stance.
Let's start with iOS.
All right, pause it.
This
pause
year.
it. Look at that fucking stance, man. I don't know if we can capture this, but it's basically this. Do we see this? Can we can't even capture this.
We can see how far your legs are going apart.
It just comes out.
It's a power stance.
It's beyond a power stance. It's almost like he's leaning into how fucking silly
That's
it is.
someone who's fucking jacked up about iOS, baby.
Man, this guy's worth over $300 million. That's the other thing is all these people come out and I'm like, how rich is this guy?
Yeah.
How much stock does this lady have? How much,
That's the thing. I'm telling man, that type of money, it fundamentally alters your whole shit.
It's like the show Silicon Valley. It's just
The video of Tim Cook dancing that's been going viral. It's like you become not a normal person.
Hey everybody, we want to take a quick break to thank another sponsor of today's show, BetterHelp. You know, I spend a lot of time on myself in a given week, but I also spend a lot of time on other people. You got to be there for your network, but you also got to be there for yourself. How do you balance the two? It's an age-old question. Well, it's so easy to get caught up in what everyone else needs from you and never take a moment to think about what you need from yourself. But when we spend all of our time giving, it can leave us feeling stretched thin and burned out.
Therapy can give you the tools to find more balance in your life so you can keep supporting others without leaving yourself behind. You know, it's nice to unburden yourself every week, all right? That's what I've found about therapy. Sometimes you're carrying it around and it's just, you can unburden yourself.
You're like that guy pushing that rock up that hill.
Exactly.
What was his name?
Sisyphus.
Sisyphus. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge.
Find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Trill today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Trill.
Does Tim Cook have a boyfriend? Does he have a partner? Do we know?
I don't know.
We know that he's the first openly gay CEO. He did start the presentation in front of a rainbow thing, but I think he always does that.
I think.
I mean, maybe I need to seduce this guy.
Oh my God. Tim Cook special someone, bullish or bearish?
They broke up already. The Chinese American already had a hot new boyfriend his age. Oh my God.
Wait, are they talking about?
That must be his boyfriend, his partner.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
Well, we're not one to gossip about Tim Cook's. That was the China Mobile. All right, the other clip that I really liked. So these things are really silly, and this guy Craig tends to lean into it, but this part where he catches the iPad during this iPad part is really silly. He comes out.
Oh, this is great.
It's so unexpected.
Let me show you.
What in
And
the
that's
fuck?
how you
and
can
then here when he
customize
lets
your
it go.
lock screen with
is it
iPad
the
OS
guitar?
17. It's really cool.
Oh, no. Isn't there one where he fucking shreds a guitar?
Yeah, there's one. Well, he shredded a guitar before. For the audio listener, the iPad just like shoots into his hand from nowhere, and then he blasts it out too, which is really misleading because the iPad isn't capable of that yet. And then there's one. There's one of him.
No. Yeah, that one.
Or watching the latest show to relax after work. We
And then so
continue to focus on
he's playing a
features
fucking
that
triple
entertain,
guitar, which is pretty
inspire,
killer.
And bring us closer together. So let's start off with what's new
With that power stance.
Maybe that's just how he stands. He's got a wide stance
Yeah.
always. Maybe
I mean, he is Italian. He's Italian American. Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, we got huge stances, dude.
They also play some pretty good tunes in the thing. There were
Yeah,
some,
was that fucking Ozzy?
yeah, well, there were some other songs that were not classic rock, but yeah. So let's cover some of the things that we like.
Can we talk about iOS first? I honestly think that to me is more exciting
Sure.
than the Vision Pro.
You can.
Quest.
I have it up here in the thing in order. You can leave voicemails on FaceTime now, aka FaceMail.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Huge news for annoying people.
Yeah. You can leave do they call them FaceMails? I think it's just they call it voicemails.
I am joking. I'm kind of stoked about this. It's
cool.
It's I don't know how it took so long. Every time it doesn't go through, you're like, why am I not recording a video to this person right now? Why am I not saying pick up the phone?
And for me, the annoying person, the psycho who loves voice memos, sending audio messages, they didn't fix them in the way that I had hoped.
Wait, this is huge for me.
They're transcribing audio.
Fuck me.
They are transcribing audio messages now, so you can just click it and it'll show it out
Truly.
text.
The other day, you
But-
left me like 3 in a row.
Oh,
minute
cry
long
about it.
voice
Jesus.
notes.
He's just doing what he does, folks. Just
They
ignore
do need
him.
that too, though, because sometimes I click out of it and you can't.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. I actually wrote Craig Federighi an email yesterday.
No.
Yes, I did, because it's Federighi at apple.com or something. Steve Jobs used to respond to emails randomly. You could write these people a fucking email. And I said, sir, can you please let us scroll through audio messages, like open a bigger timeline so that I can actually scroll through it instead of accidentally clicking out. And then, because you can, it's just it's
so
it's
hard
a
to
tiny
grab it.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling.
Also, you know what they need to do?
What?
On WhatsApp, when people leave you voice notes,
Mhm.
you can change the speed. I've got it set to 2x.
Ooh.
So when I've got you in the car, like, anyway, no.
It's going.
Well, no, because we don't talk
Yeah.
on WhatsApp.
Oh, right. That's right. Maybe we should switch to WhatsApp.
No, but they need to let me speed it up.
Yeah. You know what? I also wish that they would implement loud mode. So when you're on the train or on an airplane or in an airport, anywhere in public, really, you should be able, and you want to play a game loud, for example, you don't have headphones. You want to watch TikTok. You want to play a game. They should make it so that you can amp it up even
Yeah, I like
louder.
that.
Yeah, so that people around
Because sometimes
you.
it feels like the whole plane can't hear you.
Yeah, you want people to. You might as well not.
Are you
'cause-
going for a high score and you want everyone to know?
Or if I'm sitting nearby, I'm like, I can barely make out what's going on in that TikTok. I might as well hear all of it than just some of it. So let's bring out loud mode. Let's clip the microphones.
Careful.
Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
The fuck?
I'm so sorry.
Fucking Kenny had to rip his headphones off. You're not the only one.
I'm so sorry. I
No,
didn't
man.
realize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. Are you okay?
yeah,
Did that
it
hurt?
just fucking hurt.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Guys, I'm sorry. Anyway. Fuck. God, I'm really sorry.
Also, I think they already implement live mode. Every time they release a new iPhone, they're like, and the speakers are better. And it's like, it's a phone, dude. What,
Yeah.
Why? They're like, we have boombox level capabilities on these.
They hid the row of crap above the keyboard.
Wait. We
What?
skipped. You said you went in order. You skipped some fucking huge ones.
What,
okay.
the stickers?
No.
Oh, because I hated that. I was like, they spent 10 minutes on fucking stickers.
Do you know what I'm very stoked about?
What?
Live voicemail.
Live voice? I thought that was the FaceTime voicemail.
No.
Maybe I was peeing during this part.
Yeah, you must have been peeing. Okay, so
Or the other one.
they're bringing back a huge thing from our childhood.
What?
Okay, we used to have answering machines, and you could call the fucking house, and it would go to the answering machine, but you could hear what was when the person was on the other
Right.
line. You could hear it, and you still had the chance to pick it up.
It was called screening your calls.
And it was there was a lot of plot points when you watch movies from like the 90s. You get someone going, "Come on, pick up, pick up, pick up."
Yeah, pick up the phone. Yeah.
Pick up. When Harry Met Sally, so much of their romance is like, I know you're there. Da-da-da-da. But now it's coming back. You can see what they're saying in the voicemail, and then you still have the choice to pick it up.
That's interesting. Okay. So when I see
Everyone's
that,
lives are about to get way more romantic.
I'm going to be, okay.
You know what they do need to introduce?
What?
Because they've still...
Me to my wife?
yeah, because they've taken this from us as
Thank
well.
you, Kenny. What?
As long as we're on the topics of 90s movies,
Uh-huh.
slammable iPhones.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Remember fucking screaming, ah, kush, kush, kush.
Yeah, I remember doing that plenty of times.
Can't
So many
slam an
times.
iPhone.
No, you can't. Well, you can, but then it just breaks, and all they hear on the other end is click.
I know. I want to fucking slam it.
I mean, nobody's stopping you from slamming it,
But
man.
it's not.
Yeah, there's no receiver.
But it's also not satisfying in any way.
It's too fragile.
Make an attachment.
Yeah. Wow, this is just going to be called the iPhone episode, everybody. The Apple fanboy episode. Anyway,
But these are bigger. I mean, we'll tell you why, but I'm not getting a fucking Vision Pro anytime soon.
I'm not getting a fucking Vision Pro anytime soon. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. No, I'm probably not. They also claim that you can do better search in iMessage, which drives me fucking
Why does
bananas.
that drive you wild?
Because anytime I try to find something in an old text chain,
Oh, so this
it's
is gonna be good
inefficient.
for
It's
you.
bad. Yeah, but they say it's going to be better, but Apple says a lot of things, and then they don't fucking deliver. And then, like I said,
It doesn't come out till September, so we'll see how
Yeah.
we'll see how this live voicemail works out. If my wife's not leaving long-winded voicemails on there.
They also, like I said, they had it was a 2-minute presentation on stickers, and it just had me thinking the whole time, people in the world are starving. And this lady's like, now you can make your sticker. You can put stickers on your message, and you can make custom stickers and stick them on the fucking iPhone message. And fuck. I wonder how many of those people giving the presentation had an argument with their spouse right before having to go record. Like Craig. He's worth that much money. He's just totally happy. He's just fucking content.
That is actually very funny to think about. I mean, because I'm sure many people have been in that situation where, like, you have a big thing, but you're in a huge fight with your significant other.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember a job years ago that I hated. I got in a big fight with my ex-girlfriend, and then I had to go into work and was just like, well, time to fucking work.
Craig just screaming at his wife and then having to rip a fake guitar. Sheila! Yeah.
Here's a cool
You're skipping so many good things.
What else you got, dude?
Okay, so when you come back to your phone and the boys have been blowing up the group chat, and you're like, where did this fucking start?
Oh, you can
now just click a button.
click the arrow. It goes all the way up.
That's huge.
Things that you would think they would have implemented years ago, because these nerds, I don't know, what are they using these phones in a fucking vacuum? Do none of them have friends that they have group texts on? Oh my God.
They're doing more stuff with, I'll tell you what, Apple is making it harder and harder to cheat.
Cheat? Like on your significant other?
Mhm.
Great. That's good. Let's bring that divorce rate up from 50% or down from 50% to 20%.
So they're getting deeper on the location stuff. How do you feel about that? Do you
Location
follow
stuff?
a significant other's?
I never used location share. I only would use location sharing if I was running late and was like, here, you can just track me
For an hour.
Right.
Right.
Because it uses a ton of battery too.
But I think a lot of significant others are now following each other's locations.
Well, if you got nothing to hide,
But now they
it's for safety too.
have this fucking check-in thing where it's like,
Don't you want your wife to be safe?
I guess, but then she's going to start asking for mine.
Well,
And then it starts being like, oh, weird. Emil popped off somewhere. He looks like he's 15 minutes delayed.
and then you
That's
have
about
the
as much
option of saying, I will be delayed. Yeah, you check in and it'll give you the estimate of, Emil will be home in 15 minutes. And if you get delayed on your course, it will send an alert to that person saying,
Surprise birthdays. Going to be impossible to plan.
you turn it off, man. You just
That's so suspicious.
What do you get on your surprise birthday?
my
When your wife takes you out for your surprise birthday, are you really going, where are all my friends? Where are they? Don't ruin the surprise for yourself. Hey, gang, we want to take a quick break to thank another sponsor of today's episode, Moneygram. We live in a world that's more digital than ever, with nearly every want or need just a tippity tap away. And so many of our favorite digital services seamlessly meet the physical world when they're delivered to your front door. But until now, that hasn't been true for crypto.
Digital currencies have been tied up online with no easy way to bring them into the real world. That's why we're excited to share that you can now cash in and out of select digital wallets at participating MoneyGram locations without a bank, credit card, or debit card.
Brother, it's the best thing to happen to bread since slicing.
Get the only digital wallets with real cash access activated by MoneyGram. Learn more at moneygram.com/stellarwallets.
I ruined a surprise birthday once, and I was on acid. Did I tell you about this? Oh, it was awful. I ruined my friend Jess's surprise birthday party.
We wasted a good surprise on you.
Her boyfriend, my friend Dan, texted me and said, "Hey, we're having a surprise party for Jess, Sunday, come over." And I said, "Okay, great." And then like 5 days later, Jess texted me and said, "Hey, having people over for my birthday tomorrow. I hope you can make it." So naturally, I'm assuming the surprise is bust. So I said, "Oh, no more surprise?" to her. And she said, "Surprise?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck." And Dan just went off on me. He's like, "I'm going to fucking punch you in the face." and I had already taken the acid because this was the day of the party. The day of the party, this all went down. And yeah, the day of, she said, "Hey, we're having people over tonight for my birthday." And I said, "Oh, no surprise?"
Tough. But see, what if you're a person who, because a lot of these people are also following their friends' locations, okay?
Yes.
And then you look at it and you're like, why are all my fucking friends in my house? I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay.
Let's let a little spontaneity happen in your life.
All right. So I petition Apple to cancel that feature for surprise birthday purposes.
And cheating on your wife.
And cheating on your wife, of course. AirDrop now is possible by touching your phones together.
I'll tell you what. I've been making this
which
joke
is cool.
for fucking 8 years now.
Uh-huh. Wow, long time.
People say, like, give me your
Can't
contact.
wait to hear this, man.
And I'll just bump my phone into it, and they'll go, "Does that work?" I go, "No."
Very, very
Now
good.
it does.
Yeah. They fucked up, though. Now they're calling it name drop with contact sharing. You can do that, too. I think they should call it the iPhone kiss.
I like name drop.
Actually, yeah, now I'm thinking about it. Name drop is way better.
iPhone kiss sucks.
I had it backward in my notes, too. I'm like, why did they call it the iPhone kiss? They should call it name drop. And it turns out that's what they called it. The other thing that was really surprising, there was a brief nod to Japanese people when they brought in Hideo Kojima.
Wait, you're skipping so much.
Oh man, okay.
I
what
love
else
all this
did I miss?
iOS shit.
Give me more.
The standby thing. Here's the thing. It does feel like there is a push. Like they're hearing people about being like, I don't want to fucking be on my phone at all times, or like so many notifications and stuff. And so that standby, they basically made it so you can turn your iPhone into an alarm clock.
Oh my god.
Also,
$3 trillion company.
Also, fucking too little, too late. I know so many people have gotten full-on radio clocks just because, like, I started sleeping with my phone out of my room, and I'm not joking when I say it changed my life.
Damn, we got a real fucking Andrew Huberman over here. What's his name?
That's his name.
Oh, I got it right?
Just saying it.
Damn, dude. What are you going to tell me next? That you wake up and get 15 minutes of sunlight every morning and cold plunge?
Not even close to the same
and take
thing.
Tongkat Ali 3 times a day?
Anymore?
This motherfucker, man, I swear to God, there's so many I don't know how people take so many vitamins on an empty stomach. It upsets my tummy. Moving on.
Well, anyway,
what else do you like about iOS?
That was kind of the last one.
That was the last one? Okay.
But I am stoked about standby, but I will not be using it because I'm no phone in the room anymore.
Well, you also would need a stand. I don't want to buy it. I bet Apple's going to make a fucking stand for $30.
You know we stand a stand.
We do stand a stand. Sorry, was that loud? Fuck. No. Anyway, for the Japanese, they brought in Hideo Kojima.
What do you mean for the Japanese?
I'm
it was
kidding
for
because
gaming.
he came out and spoke Japanese.
He's Japanese.
I understand. I'm joking. So he's the creator of Metal Gear Solid, which is the best game to ever be created. I remember it was the first game I got when we got a PlayStation 2 for Hanukkah. And my mom, I don't know, she must have asked somebody at Target, what game should I get my kids? Because she bought us the double disc of Metal Gear Solid, and I didn't know what it was, and it blew my little fucking brain.
Wow.
But they brought him in to promote gaming on the new Mac for his game, Death Stranding. It looks fine. It just looked like a guy wandering around.
We're not gamers.
No, we're not gamers.
We're not going to pretend like we're stoked on that.
Yeah, we have sex, so we don't have time to game.
And sometimes...
You know what game that I like to play? You know what game I like to play? Come on, finish the sentence because I got nothing. It's about dating and stuff. Fuck. You're kind of jerking off my hand here, but that's okay. They They also spend a ton of time on new fucking reactions that you can do with your hands.
What are fucking reactions?
New reactions and hand gestures on conference calls that trigger reactions. So you could like go like this,
Oh yeah.
and all of a sudden confetti
FaceTime
will
is
come
going to
down.
be. Again, it was a huge day for annoying people.
Yes.
I can't stress that
Yeah.
enough.
They announced that it would be these new features, these hand gestures were compatible with software like Zoom, which made their stock jump for a minute because that's just how fickle the market is. Like, oh, okay, Zoom is not fucked. They're working with Zoom and all these other things.
You know what's another one that's going to be huge for annoying people?
What?
The fucking Apple CarPlay SharePlay.
Oh, is that like pass me the aux cord?
Yeah, but now you don't have to. So like before, when you go, it's got the navigation. I gotta keep it on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now,
People would just be like, let's just start SharePlay.
Ugh.
I think that's broken.
Now you can actually do it. I think
guess
that's a
so.
miracle because
It's like when I had I remember I was picking up my friend's kid from school for like a week, and
Whoa.
on like the third day, why is that whoa?
because it's the classic like, hey, hey Johnny, your dad's at work. I'm here to pick you up. Stranger danger shit. Go on.
My friend's kid.
Yeah, but
It's
I
not
didn't get that part. I don't know. About
Okay,
that.
weirdo. Insane leap.
Go ahead.
But like on the second day, it's just like kids have fucking like songs stuck in their head and they want to listen to it over and over.
Yeah.
He'd be like, do you have MC Hammer's what's the fucking MC Hammer song?
Hammer time.
Hammer Time. He always, and I would
Kids
be
got
like,
great taste in music.
and I'd
What's
be
your
like,
problem?
no, dude, this fucking thing, I got a Bruce Springsteen cassette tape stuck in this thing. All it does is play Bruce Springsteen.
That's very funny. They also improved AirPods so that you can talk and it'll automatically lower the volume, which is fine.
You like that?
Still no feature to lower the volume or raise the volume easily without having to touch your fucking phone.
No, there is. You just go like this.
If you've got the latest one, I don't have the latest ones, man.
How are they
I
going to
got
update?
the AirPod Pros, and I don't have the newest one. I don't know how they skipped a generation where you can't fucking adjust the volume on the actual unit. Fuckers.
It is crazy. It's crazy how much of this shit we fucking use. They've got us like.
Oh, I know. They've got us fucking pinned down.
I feel like such a little bitch right now.
I
can't believe I'm excited about iOS.
Fuck.
That they're adding a feature.
They added a new feature
I
called
don't-
screen distance where it tells you to take the fucking phone or iPad away from your face.
Who cares when we're gonna be wearing your goddamn goggles? We're all gonna be
Yeah.
blind in 5 years.
And you know how you know how depressing that's going to be when you're like looking at your phone and then the little alert goes up and goes, pull the screen away from your
pull it
face.
back. Not as depressing as the fucking new Apple Watch tracking your moods.
Oh yeah, they launched mental health
Yeah,
where
That-
it's like
that'll
you can
fix it.
journal and stuff. Yeah,
that's gonna help.
and it's end to end encrypted. Nobody knows what it means, but they say it. It's encrypted on both ends.
They have to put that in just to like whenever they get hauled into Congress eventually, and they have to answer questions about like teens and mental health.
Oh yes.
Well, we're on the cutting edge, and we've made sure that their watches.
We tell them to take the screen away from their face when it's too close and encourage them to journal on our fucking thing.
When they get stressed out in those goggles, that Apple Watch is going to alert them that they're stressed, and they can rate how stressed they are.
Wow, am I sitting across from Craig? Jeez Louise. You're killing it here. All right, and then the piece de resistance, the Vision Pro Quest. Wait, what is Meta's called the Quest?
Yeah, but I think and it's also Vision Quest is the movie.
Yeah, that you said that. But I don't know what that is.
You never seen Vision Quest?
No, dude. I don't think that's real. I think this might be a case of the wait. Is this a case of the Mandela effect?
Vision Quest is a movie.
Okay. No, but there
It's
is an
about a
example.
kid who's wrestling.
Were chicken McNuggets ever called McNuggets, or was it always
Yeah, look at this
chicken
shit.
nuggets? Okay, cool. It looks like Michael Jackson
It was R-rated.
gone through a woman filter.
A high school wrestler in Spokane, Washington has trouble focusing on his training regimen when a beautiful young drifter takes up temporary residence at his home. We've all been in that situation.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
Mom, get this drifter out of our house. Got a wrestling meet.
I got to put a bag over my body to sweat, to make weight. So, wait, were they ever called chicken nuggets or
cares,
chicken
Ben?
McNuggets?
Who cares? Truly.
It's the penultimate episode, dude. Were they called chicken
Who
McNuggets?
cares?
Yes, they are. They're called chicken McNuggets.
Who cares?
What, are you doing an impression of me? You're saying who cares?
No, do you say who cares? Is that
I say it all the
is that
time
your
on here.
thing?
I'm like, what's that? Who cares?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, all
your,
the-
everyone knows that's your trademark.
So the
thing.
Vision Pro, this thing is fucking. It's so. Don't make us do this, Apple. Don't, please.
That's what. Okay,
Please
So the most annoying thing about this is that even to someone like me who is a skeptic, very resistant to this. I don't want us to become this.
Yeah.
There was a bit of me that was like, "Fuck, it's fucking cool."
Did you try? Have you ever tried the Meta, the Quest?
No.
Okay, the Meta, the Facebook one that you wear, I have, and when I got it, I thought it was the coolest fucking thing. The software that you boot up that trains you on how to use things is so cool, and it feels so wow, oh holy shit, it's fully immersive. But then you know what happens? You watch, you play a couple games, you feel queasy, and then you put it away, and you never take it out again. Hey everybody, we want to take a quick break to thank another sponsor of today's episode, Notion. There's been a lot of buzz around AI lately. We talk about it almost every week now, but maybe you're not so sure how it fits into your daily life or workflow. Well, Notion has just launched a new incredible tool, Notion AI, that's fully integrated into Notion, so it has the context of everything you're already working on. Notion combines your notes and docs into one space that's simple, beautiful, and now more powerful than ever, thanks to AI.
We've used Notion AI to assist with day-to-day tasks for the podcast. It is actually pretty cool. What helps you stay organized helps us get ready for the show every week.
Notion AI helps you work faster, write better, and think bigger, doing tasks that normally take you hours in just seconds. Leverage the power of AI right inside Notion across all your notes and docs without the need to jump between your work and a separate AI-powered tool. Just tell Notion AI what to do. The more details, the better. Or you can start a prompt and go from there. Have it write a blog post, make an outline, brainstorm ideas, take your kids to daycare, I'm just kidding, or summarize a whole bunch of docs.
Use Notion AI to improve writing, summarize pages, find action items, translate into any language, and more. Simply select text, click Ask AI, and increase your productivity like never before. For a limited time, try Notion AI for free when you go to notion.com/trill. That's all lowercase letters, notion.com/trill to try out the incredible power of Notion AI today. And when you use our link, you're supporting our show. This is a limited time offer. Try Notion AI for free right now at notion.com/trill.
Spatial computing is what they're calling
so,
it.
like
It's
I was-
very smart to brand it.
Like I was saying with the Apple ecosystem, it's that this right off the bat felt like, oh yeah, I could see that being useful. I can see that being cool for entertainment. And in a way that when like the other things launched, Meta's launched or whatever, we were like, that is the goofiest shit I've ever seen. So basically it's like they're trying to hit three things that you can do with it. Productivity, like it's going to make it easier to work with. You know, if you're looking at your laptop, apparently the screen will just pop up in the sky here and you can make it bigger and you can have all these apps open where you're doing things. Connectivity, you're able to like hang out with people and do FaceTiming in a new way. And then entertainment.
The battery lasts 2 hours, and we know with them it's just like that.
But it lasts
really
2 hours. But if it's plugged in, it's so if you're sitting at your computer doing work, there's no
guess.
difference
Do
between.
you know how tiresome those headsets become and how uncomfortable
Yeah,
and
so
cumbersome they are?
That's the thing. Most people, I've been trying to find. I saw 3 different people who were able to do it. The woman from the Financial Times, someone from the Wall Street Journal, and someone else. And there was pretty much everyone was like, it's a heavy headset.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of the other ones are plastic. These are not like the plastic thing. And after the 30 minutes, you really feel it. Even though it's well made and it fits snugly on your head,
Sure.
you really start to feel it on the bridge of your nose. And people did say after the 30 minutes they were, a bit queasy and like.
It takes some getting.
But
used.
apparently it's supposed to get better.
I think that what does help is that you're able to see your environment around you, whereas like the Quest is fully immersive. You're in a completely different world. But
it's very odd. You're seeing like you're not seeing through the goggles.
No.
You're seeing it projected back to you.
Yes.
Which I imagine feels very odd.
Yeah. The whole thing, I mean...
But they didn't send us one. We tried to get them to send us one. And that's the other thing. They're obviously not trying to get everyone on board. Did you see the clip of when they announced the price?
Oh, and everybody kind of went,
yeah.
All the people at the theater on the Apple campus?
They announced the price, which is $34.99. So
I mean, really, what this is, the first step in the evolution of this is going to be something where you don't need hardware on your face. It'll just be a holographic projector thing that just projects it into the space in front of you. Yeah, that would be cool. I'll take that. But
I also have to say I'm pretty surprised that. So this one's different than what Ben was talking about with the remotes and everything on the Meta. This is it's all controlled by your eyes, your mouth, or your voice, and your hands. And so,
what if you don't have hands or fingers?
Well, you're not going to be able to use the remotes anyway.
I feel bad for laughing, but you're right.
You're
what
kind of
right. I don't know. I'm just thinking if I don't know.
Okay, regardless.
Okay.
Yeah. But the amount, because when they're showing their demo, I'm like, dude, there's no way it's going to be able to fucking, because you just close your fingers to select stuff. Apparently, everyone who tried it said it works surprisingly well. And it's so pinpoint because basically what it's doing is it's using your eyes to be focused on, the app you want to click or whatever. So you just look, which is fucking nuts.
I don't want this. I don't want it. I
don't want it either. I mean, so
I just want universal basic income in like a farm.
In the
Apple farm.
It's funny you were saying it was dystopian. Like the actual presentation and stuff wasn't. What felt really bad to me was watching these kind of the examples of people being out in the world.
Yeah, like
with,
this.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm looking at you.
Like,
take off the fucking headset. If I'm in the room and you want to talk to me, lift it up. I don't need to see your weird blue eyes.
Sitting in a conference room with a bunch of people with headsets on feels shitty. And then it gets worse. It's like, they try to make it seem like it's not that big of a deal, and they have this fucking dad with the kids, and it's like, no, dude, take it off. Like,
yeah,
don't. And it's got all the cameras, so you can capture 3D memories, and it's like, yeah, we already have those. They're in our fucking head. Like, take your goddamn thing off and look at your kid's birthday party.
Yeah. You ever been at a pool party and a stupid shitty kid comes up to you with a full-on snorkel on his face and how dumb their face looks because their lips are all pressed and shit? That's what this looks like. Snorkel face. That's what they should have called it. Apple's snorkel face.
I have to give it to him.
Where's the breathing tube?
Watching a movie in there is probably sick.
It's probably fine. Yeah.
The sports stuff. But even that's what pisses me off, right? Every time there's like... Every time there's tech advancements, it means that we like march ever towards more isolation and more loneliness, because it's like, well, now you can do this very cool thing in the comfort of your home, and you don't have to ever see a person again. Like so I really hated this. This was from the Wall Street Journal ones. They talk about how Apple also developed proprietary cameras to take 3D videos of sports games and events such as a studio concert, enabling the wearer to feel like the action was directly in front of them. It was impressive enough to wonder if Ticketmaster was about to get disrupted. And I'm sure it is very impressive. I'm sure it is very cool. But it sucks when people talk like that, where they're like, live events? Never heard of it. Just strap on into your fucking...
I mean, I do hate going to concerts now and movies. Because people suck and they're always talking or being on their fucking
They're
phone.
So great. It's so nice to be around people. It's so nice to like fucking feel it and dance.
Yeah, but you're going to a good
around.
concert. You're going to like Bruce Springsteen, where people are excited to be there and be in the moment.
That's not the only concert I go to.
Yeah, I know. But like some that I've gone to, it's depressing because people aren't... Or movies. They still don't shut the fuck up. They just don't.
You're just
it's
on your grumpy old man
mind-boggling.
So so just take it all away.
People still talk during comedy shows. In the age of people getting humiliated, like what is going through people's heads that they still make utterances allowed during a comedy show?
I can't go with you on this. I think these are like things that happen from time to time when groups of people get together, and you just have to look past that because
I do.
I find live events very valuable
Yes.
and fun.
I'll still go see Spider-Man.
I don't want to like log on to my
Vision Pro.
goggles to go see the concert. I don't care how close it feels. I want to feel people bumping into me, and I mean, dude, it's so great. You fucking go to the bar beforehand. You see other people who are going to the concert, and you talk to them. You're like, I hope he plays this one. Blah blah blah.
All right, let's get on to the other stuff. That's the Apple thing. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope they fucking, I don't know, something happens and that they just, I don't know.
Wait. There's still so much to say about this. This is
Fuck. Okay, what else you got? I didn't know.
Well, I mean, I think it's very important to talk about like whether or not this will succeed, right? Like because this is the first time we've seen such a full, just a first generation
Piece
Apple
of
hardware product. Like that's fucking nuts. I mean, this could go away, and
I don't think it'll go
it
away.
could not be anything.
I
know,
think they will continue to refine it and make it smaller, and I think it'll be like looking at the iPhone first generation versus what it is now. It'll be
right. So I mean, that's pretty fucking scary, right? And if you think about what an iPhone was first generation and now, and that's the thing, right? So this doesn't come out till next year.
January.
I think they've just said early next year. And so I think what they want to do is give developers enough time to create new apps and software, because right now they just have like native Apple software.
Right.
So you could just go in there and be like, Notes app. And so it could look way different. What kind of capability you're going to have in the next, where are we? June?
I don't think it'll be as ubiquitous as the iPhone or the iPad where everybody's got one. Not only because of the price.
Never?
I mean, sure, eventually, yeah. I think that that's where we're going, but I think that it's going to be more of an augmented reality thing with projections instead of wearables. I think that unless they get it down to just straight up a pair of glasses instead of a fully immersive thing like this, then I don't think that it'll ever catch on full on. In this current iteration, no, I don't see it fully catching on.
It also didn't.
As someone who's used the shit before, it's too cumbersome. It's too uncomfortable. It makes too many people get queasy.
But I mean, maybe that's why the battery pack only lasts 2 hours. Maybe this is not supposed to be something.
You get queasy after 30. If you're going to get queasy, it doesn't happen after. So it happens immediately. It's an immediate thing.
Well, it also didn't do much to their stock. People did not seem to. They didn't get a huge.
Stock was
boost
at
on this.
all-time highs.
No, but it didn't get a huge bump from it.
Right.
Yeah. So Wall Street, however, shrugged. Apple stock fell less than 1% after the headset was unveiled with its high price tag that was likely to make it unaffordable to many people. Still, industry experts were taken aback by the headset's sophistication. That's a big difference between, this and Meta Quest headsets. This one, it's kind of cool.
It's cooler than the Meta Quest, for sure. Anything that Mark Zuckerberg does is automatically just...
Also, the amount of times millennials have had to get used to new technology.
Yeah, it's exhausting. I remember when dial-up internet went away and my friend Patrick got DSL for the first time, and he said, yeah, because it used to be that there were like 7 steps when you logged on to AOL. It was like dialing, connecting, and you had to hear that.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, man, it just skips all those steps and just logs on. And I couldn't comprehend it. I'm like, how? That doesn't make sense. It's got to connect first. He's like, it's already connected. It's just that bad.
Yeah, I remember the first time it skipped that because there was all the steps.
Then you could just jump straight into the chat rooms and talk to grown men.
It's funny though. Jules Turpak?
Yes.
I think that's how you say your name. But she posted like these TikToks of Gen Z people talking about how you would imagine that they would be better at using tech, but they actually aren't as good as millennial at learning new tech. They're very good at like social media stuff and knowing how all that stuff works.
Sure.
But learning the ins and outs of new hardware and stuff like that is a little bit more confusing to them. And there was a guy.
Oh, we got to roast Gen Z for that.
Well, I don't know if it's, it's very anecdotally based. I'd like to see more about it, but I do find it very interesting because they were talking about basically like how we were hauled into computer. I remember very early on, we were brought into computer class and like made to learn how to use all these things.
Oregon Trail, man.
And now the difference is just like kids are handed iPads and they're like, oh, they know how to use tech and everything. So we don't have to worry about all that. But they don't
teach them fundamentals.
Right. We used to have like weird, and the guy was talking about it in his video too, how they would have classes on like how to Google things.
I mean, there do need to be computer and internet literacy classes for sure, and like how to be an internet citizen, and we don't have that. Probably take about 20 years for it to get through Congress, I'm sure, to enact something like that. Well, once they figure out the gender stuff first, the most pressing issue, once they figure out whether you can read like a book with a fucking rainbow on it to a kid, then we can get to computer literacy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, it does seem like they might be teaching how to be an internet troll in school. These kids are ruthless.
Wow. These kids, I don't know, whoever's teaching them, they deserve Teacher of the Year or Teacher of the Decade. Wow, folks, gosh, we're just about out of time. What should we cover? Should we do a little crypto corner? Should we do my little market predictions?
Dealer's choice.
Who's the dealer here?
You are.
Oh, brother,
I think
this guy stinks. My market prediction is as follows. There's been a lot of talk about, market breadth being a concern, and only, a handful of stocks, 7 or so, leading the market higher. And there's so many bearish things to look at and calls of a recession. And this is when I think we start to see what's called rotation. Rotation means money flows out of one sector and into another, or out of one and into multiple, which is what I think will be happening over the next few months. I think that we're going to see a lot of money taking a breather from these high-flying NASDAQ stocks like NVIDIA, like Microsoft, like Apple, Google, Netflix, and start to flow into other sectors that have been laggards, because the bearish narrative has been, well, you can't have a bull market when you only have a handful of stocks leading the charge. Well, now that's going to be the case, that it'll be the rest of them pulling their own weight and kind of balancing things out. And I also just want to caution, because I've been getting so much more doom and gloom shit on the internet. It's really, there's something about doom and gloomers that's so much more appealing to like our animal brain, because I don't know, it strikes that cautious part of us, that self-preservation mode, where you think, oh, sure, this guy knows what he's talking about, because they sound a lot smarter, the bearish guys.
Right. Well, they're appealing to all your anxieties.
Yes.
And they're like, I knew it. I knew I wasn't crazy for fucking stressing and freaking out.
Look at all the things that are wrong with the world. We've got
that's why
war and all this
all
shit.
Content online, the things that go crazy is all reactionary. It's all fucking, and people love it. They eat it up. There's some kind of weird comfort there.
Don't fall into that trap. However,
I'll tell you what, I can tell you as
cautious.
Someone recommended this Carl Sagan book. I think it's called Candle in the Dark. And it is funny because the whole thing is he's basically being very rational and using his like science background to be like, now ask yourself, like, why would that be true? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and he's basically debunking all these conspiracy theories that people like to spread and stuff. And there is a bit of me that like, you go, yeah, that makes sense. But you're also like, fuck you, dude. Come on. Engage with it a little bit.
Like what conspiracy theories?
Anything. Like
aliens.
Aliens.
Did Carl Sagan believe in aliens? He did, right? I mean, he wrote Contact.
Well, I think his is more, he's talking about alien contact with Earth, like, and the amount of people who have claimed to have had experiences with aliens.
Ah, yes.
And
alien contact is actually very rare. Is that, I can't quite do Carl Sagan. I don't remember what he sounds like.
Did you watch Contact?
Yeah. It's a great movie.
So sick.
It's fucking awesome. That's your homework for tonight, boys and girls. Watch Contact.
No.
Jodie Foster and
Matthew McConaughey plays a
peak
fucking
McConaughey.
hot ass
Religious
priest.
guy. Yeah.
Fuck me.
I don't know if I believe in. I can't do
man.
it. God damn it.
It's super sick. But yeah, when you're confronted with rational thought, you're kind of like, but this is fucking boring.
Yeah.
I know it's probably not real, but like, let's play along.
Yeah. We'll be playing along. Don't worry. We play along with all of it. I will entertain any conspiracy theory. I used to listen to Coast to Coast.
I mean, dude, fucking QAnon, the way that like captured people.
Yeah, that one sucks though.
Sure, but it's just so.
Oh yeah, people
like,
love a good
captured
conspiracy.
Old people on Facebook, and
Yeah.
it was like, good. This is the reason why everything is this way.
We need a new conspiracy. We should start one. See how far it can go. See if we can destroy America.
I bet we could destroy America.
I bet we could.
All it's
Let's
gonna
do
take.
the CIA can't be the only ones doing disinformation. We can do our own.
I got to be honest with you. I think America's doing a fine job destroying itself all on
That's
its own.
true. That's true. Well, we're gonna really fucking party hard in this after hours because we only got 2 left.
We're partying?
Yeah, we're gonna party hard.
I didn't bring any of my party stuff.
Oh, don't worry, bro. I got plenty of party stuff for you. That's it. Love you so much. We'll see you next week at the final episode of Trillionaire Mindset. It's sure to be a good one.